humor about the camera. I'm looking and talking to y'all. So I was watching the video and I was looking every which way. I feel like we have the conversation and y'all are just eavesdropping.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So I don't gotta be looking at y'all all in your face. I ain't in.
You want to say something demanding, you can like.
You heard what I said.
Yeah.
You had heard. Make me say it again.
So they know that you are like that. You do know. Another song you know. Come out.
That's 40 and up.
You ready?
Yeah. Start.
I'll start. All right, as soon as this goes, bring it in.
What is it? That looks good.
I think I can do it as a lot. I was doing it a lot.
On Instagram?
What's up? Let's
I
go.
think it's, yeah, I think it's there. I don't know what this looks like. You don't even-
I don't know how to do that. Oh, that's a lot.
What's up, good people?
Isn't it long?
That is a lot. I think it's supposed to be on the side.
Doing radio, real no joke show. Georgie Poetry. Georgie Poetry. Georgie Poetry. Y'all trying to get me a radio deal. I know. Y'all get that voice. Y'all wasn't ready for that, was y'all? Oh, what?
And 10 seconds.
Hey, what? What's up, everybody? You got Jay Monet here. You have Nicole Spain, and you have Bikini Body.
What up?
It is the REALSH No Joke Show, the first and third Thursday of every month from 6 to 8. We appreciate y'all guys checking in. We're gonna do a little talk. Y'all know what it is. First hour, we're gonna talk about some motivational stuff, see what's going on. Y'all welcome to call in. The number is 215-909-6070. And the second hour is adult talk. Ow, grown and sexy. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is.
So the first part is motivational.
Hey now.
It's motivational.
Yes.
Yes.
And the second part is just talking shit.
Okay.
We get inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
So church first, listen to the first part. If you church, you listen to the first part. If you don't give an F, listen to the second part.
Y'all better listen to everything. This is good. It's like a smorgasbord. It's like a smorgasbord of good stuff.
You know what's funny? You said we go on first and second, first and third.
Yes.
So the first is pretty good. The first Thursday, because y'all can order this food, everybody get paid.
I like
the
that
first of the
idea.
month. So y'all can send up some platters.
Yes,
and shit.
yes.
Uber Eats. Is there a what's the other one? Is there a Lyft Eats?
It don't matter. They deliver.
No, right on up here.
They deliver. That's all that
What you
matters.
like? What you like on the first Thursday? I like seafood.
I love seafood.
I'm a lion. I like shrimp
Right.
and shit. So the first
Salmon.
yeah, salmon. What you want somebody to send up to you? Somebody might
Some
bring you
wings.
some
Y'all know I'm a winger. I
salmon.
love buffalo wings. It's not a whole lot to that.
Yeah.
I love buffalo
You might get
wings.
sick of that watching this. I don't want you to send no wings. I want you to send lobster
I
tails
don't
and
eat
shit.
seafood. They ain't doing it.
You don't eat no
No,
Break
not
out?
seafood. No, I just don't like it. It's too fishy. I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like it.
That's not eating coochie. I don't
Nicole.
That's so
It
sorry.
has been 2 weeks since I've seen and talked to you. What has gone on in these last 2 weeks? What's up?
I'm still employed. I
Okay.
ain't lose my job.
Hey,
I ain't
ma'am.
quit yet.
All right.
Hey, now.
All right.
That's the
That's a keeper.
I quit jobs quick.
Why?
I quit jobs quick.
Why?
Because once y'all both comedians, y'all both entertainers, once you really start figuring out your passion, you like, I ain't gonna be here if I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't got no kids.
Hey now.
That's what it is. If I had kids, about 15 and younger, I would stick things out. But when a child almost 18 years old,
You ain't got
that's
no
a grown man.
commitment.
I don't know. I don't believe in taking care of grown kids.
I respect
So
that.
I'm just everybody, but I'm
I don't
not. But
say
I'm
I
not a
don't do
parent,
that.
so I don't know what it feels like to be a parent.
Mhm.
And you gotta nowadays. the kids that's grown up now, once they become 18, they probably need about 5 more years to kind of get it together mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. So you might need to hold on to about 23. I look at the kids in jail sentence 18 years, and you out the door.
No, wait a minute. You said 18 to like 23. So they're grown. Mm-hmm. They're probably out of school or in their last year of school, and they're still living under your roof. Now, how do you, understanding you don't have children, and I do, and I know Bikini also has a son.
Yeah, right.
How do you stay motivated? How would you stay positive? Because you deal with kids all day.
Yeah, I'm a teacher.
Right.
And when teachers get on my nerves, their mamas or the teachers get on my nerves, or the principals or the superintendents, and I'll go back to social work. So social work and education is pretty much the same thing. So I work with family and kids. So you're saying, so I think that's probably why I'm okay without having kids, because I'm around them all the time. But it's a difference when you're taking care of a kid in your household.
Yes.
24/7, and you can't let them go. You can't leave them alone. You can't abandon them. You know what I'm saying? You can't beat their ass. You gotta raise a child. I don't know. I can't. I pass. I don't want that type of responsibility.
Miss Bikini Body, thank you for being on our show. We appreciate you coming through.
Thank you.
Now you also have a son. How old is he?
I have a 21-year-old child.
Right, that's right.
Man child, I like to
Man
call
Now,
child.
does he live on his own, or has he had adult time living with mom?
He has had adult time living with mom.
And
He
how
is
is that?
also living on his own,
Okay.
quote unquote, in Job Corps.
Okay,
So, yeah,
okay.
he is
So
on
he has
his
some
own.
independence away from you.
Yes.
But he's living with you right now.
No, he's at school. He's
In
been
Job
away
Corps.
since March.
You know, you can milk the shit out of Job Corps.
This is why he is in Job Corps, Nicole. You need your text down.
Yeah.
Wisely.
Fund my son, okay?
Wisely.
I would get all kind of trades out there. For real, it's almost like the military if you think about it. Like, you know, if I look back on it now, if I knew how to climb that wall, that military wall, they do boot camp, I would really go into the service.
So, Bikini, having an adult son at home with you,
Yes.
how was that? Like, did that prevent you from doing any things, or did that encourage you to do more things? Like, what is that?
Am I allowed to exhale first?
Yes.
You did.
Let me say, raising a man is the hardest job that I've ever had to do. Because as we as women say, oh, I can do this on my own. You can manage it on your own, but you can't do it on your own because there are certain things that when that man rears up and he turns 15 and that testosterone is rising up inside of those scrotums, woo, it's something that my ovaries just can't. I want to kill you, but you came from my ovaries. I want to kill you.
I understand.
Right.
But you came from my ovaries. It's so hard. And then they eat like hell.
Yeah, the grown boys.
And
the
then
grown boys.
I have always made myself ready with the nice little line for the girls that come along as I pray for my boy and God gave me the boy.
Okay.
I said I have my little phrase ready when the girls call and say, I'm sorry, sweetheart, which one are you?
Oh.
Yes, I'm ready for that. And then they came back to bite me in the butt with the karma because then we had a little Maury Povich because he came with the colonizer that claimed pregnancy. So, you know.
So I'm sorry. Let's get some clarity. You just said a whole lot. So a colonizer.
Is that fever?
Is that a Caucasian person you're speaking of?
Yes.
So your son got involved with a Caucasian person.
She said,
and then you said Maury Povich. And he does a lot of Are You the Daddy shows.
Yes.
So your son got involved with a Caucasian.
Yes.
And we wasn't certain if he was the daddy.
Yes.
Okay, listeners, callers, y'all got that? Y'all got that?
If anyone's had a serious experience like that, I'd love to share because it's hard out here for a pimp mom.
So wait a minute. So is he the daddy or not?
Oh no, he's not the daddy.
Oh,
Facebook.
wow.
Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, for allowing me to research and go in people's comments and catfish and look around and find a real father.
You do catfish.
I do.
So he's not a father.
What did you do?
He's not a father. High five.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, was you okay? Like, so initially when you found this out, was you upset? Was you hurt? Because I'm sure there was attachment to the baby. It was a little girl, right?
Yes, it was a little boy.
Little boy.
Little boy.
Did he look mixed?
Yes.
Oh, was she like black men?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But the father
She like
black.
black. She like black sticks.
Yeah, she likes Dominican and black sticks.
First of all, I want to take your fever. You called her a colonizer.
Yes.
I need you to get all the help that you need. She said a colonizer. She prefers
First of all, for the
Which
people
one?
that are listening, you know what a colonizer is.
Mm-hmm.
That is someone from Wakanda that is not allowed to come inside of the vibranium cages. You know who I'm
But
talking
you know,
about.
a colonizer is somebody that specifically seeks black men
Yes.
or black women. Like it's not like a preference. It's like something that you aiming for. Like what you want? My bad credit with me? You want poor credit score with me? Come on, come on.
Yes.
So you didn't want any more kids?
No, I did not. One and done.
One and done. I would have got my whole system tied up too.
I'm not tying up anything, but what we're gonna say is one and done. We're not having any.
So you're not afraid that you're not afraid it'll happen again? You're still young and tender.
No, young and tender in them 40s. In honor of Obama, 44 forever.
Okay.
No, that's
44
forever.
That's what you had down.
Yes.
44.
Yes.
Wow. So she did research.
I did.
So how do we put motivation around that?
Hey, why is you playing with me? You know me. I'm gonna put it together. It's not a whole lot to that. You got love. You have to stay motivated.
Yes.
You have to stay encouraged in every aspect of your life, especially having children and having grown behind children. For one, they're going through so much in this world. You know what I mean? So you have to be able to talk to them and keep your own chill. Some kind of way you have to be able to be an example to them while living your own life. And a lot of times, a lot of the negative foolishness that they're going through and that could impact your life, you got to remove all of that because they're kids. They don't know what's right and wrong. And I don't give a damn. I have growns, 30, 28, 27, and 21. God. And they are on their own. And I thank God. Hey, now,
they all grown.
Yeah.
They all living. They all successful. They all thriving.
I thank God for it. But it's a lot of
That's
hard
a lot of work.
And it came to a point where I had to remove myself as being a mom and see them as just being women. Ooh, that was hard.
Because all them kids, I'm suing one of them. They get on my nerves. I was sue one of them. I knew he was doing. I was suing kids. I was suing fucking kids. Okay, you can't buy my ass. I'm suing
Well,
you.
my thing was, I always thought that children should fear their parents before they ever love them, respect them.
Yeah.
You got to fear them.
What's your definition of fear?
What?
As far as parenting.
Boy, you better jump every time you see me.
I do believe you have to let a kid think you crazy. Because my niece stayed with me for a little while. I had to run up on her. Like one time I had to just run up on her. Like I didn't do nothing to her, but I scared the shit out of both of us. Because they'll test you.
Yes.
I had to run up on her, and she was like, "Yeah."
But these kids, they're watching us. They're watching how we handle situations.
You bust somebody right there.
I would.
I
was busting the head myself.
That's why we have to stay positive and encouraging. That's the stuff right there.
So how did your son handle that? Finding out that kid wasn't him, that wasn't his.
Oh, he was hurt.
He was hurt.
He was hurt because being a child of a deadbeat.
She is not playing.
He really had to
right.
take in and really breathe in the fact that he didn't want to make himself or child feel what it feels like to have a deadbeat father. So he made everything up front. I'm going to be a part of my baby's life, Mom. We're going to make sure he left Job Corps. This is his second stint in Job Corps. He left the first time because of the baby, because he wanted to go out into the real world, get a job, find a place, and make sure they're under one roof.
So you see how when he got framed for being a father, he stopped his life of going away trying to get his stuff together and what he wanted to be, to come back here to be a parent, and now good thing he went back.
Yes.
So that's kudos for that.
Yes.
But how would you motivate, because I think that when men get hurt, especially at a young age like that, sometimes men ain't no coming back. They would treat the rest of females like crap. Because I don't think men, they handle hurt differently than women.
Right.
Especially so young. So how old was he when he found out? 19?
He was 19.
That's a young age to get
deeply hurt like that. I don't know none of this stuff. I'm joking.
Lies of deceit.
That's a young age to get that type of so he got some early adulthood experience right
Yes,
here.
he did. He definitely did. It made him grow up really fast. But I'm glad that he had to go through that because now he knows
to be real cautious.
To be very cautious. To not trust women. To not think with your penis or your heart. Think with your brain.
And what's his sign?
He is a Capricorn.
Really? They like relationships. They like relationships. They're very committed.
They're very committed. But if they're with the wrong person, they're committed to a whole life of debauchery. I have no idea, nor do I care. She is not the grandmother or grandchild. That's not mine. I don't care.
You ain't like that.
Let's move on, shall we?
You ain't like that experience at all.
It was fun for me. I enjoyed it.
So
I'm a comedian.
How did you encourage him and motivate him through that situation?
You have to have real life conversation. honestly, you have to let them know the difference between what your heart feels, what your mind is telling you to do, and what you know is the real thing that you should do and what direction you should go in. Your heart is feeling one thing. Understand what those feelings are. Recognize and acknowledge those feelings. Because if you can't get over her. You can't move on to the next person. That means you'll bring that baggage from her into your next relationship.
So you say not you was letting him know it's okay to acknowledge where he at. Because if you try to bend those feelings, they're gonna come back in other ways.
Exactly.
What was the second step?
Second step, stay to yourself and then recreate yourself. Because if you don't give back to yourself, how can you give to others? You gotta love yourself first.
Amen.
So I taught him that second step. Move on and then love yourself. Pour back into you.
Right.
As you pour back into you, you're gonna start pouring into others.
I like that.
Mine too.
I want you to kind of hold on to that because for our second hour, I want people to call in and we're going to be discussing it.
Okay.
We're going to continue what we did last week, or excuse me, week before last, with dating one or multiple people, having sex with one or multiple people, to loving yourself and dating yourself. So Nicole Spain is going to speak on that segment, and I think it'd be great for you to add that to it.
I thought that
I think that would be great.
That was a good
So again, it's been 2 weeks since I've seen you, Nicole. I see you almost every day. You bikini.
Yes.
Tell me some highs and lows of your week, and we can kind of just go through like what has kept you motivated and what have you been doing with it?
So the highs is I've been back teaching for about 3 years now, and it's an adjustment. The first year when I returned back was pre-K, Lord God Jesus. That was some real pure birth control right there. The second, so last year I taught at Pendle, and I'm on Oganza Avenue. So that was elementary, middle school. And so this year I'm teaching high school. So you see how God leads you up from the 4-year-olds to almost 21-year-olds. Because now high school can keep you to 21.
I didn't know that.
Considered special ed. So one of the highs is me returning back to high school. I have a teacher assistant, and I never worked with a man before that was a rat or a snitch. Never experienced that before. I don't usually deal with. Does that sound foreign to y'all? When men just be going snitching and telling on people and watching you like they the supervisor?
I put it past no one, male or female. People.
Exactly. But what I've learned also, in addition to that, men are gossip more than women. Women, we kind of tend to get we get this stereotype that we we're more catty, this and the other. But I think men catch up too. Men probably do it stronger and harder than we do. We're not in their groups to know necessarily.
So you said this was a positive.
So the highlight is a few weeks ago, I got a teacher assistant that every little thing that we're not doing correct or perfect. First of all, we teach in the inner city of America. It's all these high need kids. It's a new school year. So every single thing that he didn't think was perfect from this person not doing it. Because you also, so you got like 15 to 30 kids in the classroom. Then the kids, in addition to that, some of them have one-on-ones, like a one-on-one who work with them. Then you got about a whole, so it's almost like a whole other classroom in the classroom with the adults.
Right.
You got 12 teacher assistants, 15 TSS workers. So can you imagine like the kids in there, and you got adults that splattered throughout the classroom, in the classroom. So literally, he was
telling on everybody.
We didn't even know it. We in there trying to figure out this classroom. We trying to figure out these kids coming in with a lot of stuff, behavioral stuff, learning issues, medical problems. We work at an unorganized high school in North Philly.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And we all knew except for him. So he had he came in the summertime.
Right.
So he got 3 months on us. Okay, dude. Like, all right. Okay, you got a season above us. All right. So it would take us some amount of time for stuff to start coming out. So eventually we started, at one point, all the stuff started coming out that he was making complaint, like going to snitch and rat on us. We like, for what? What you want to rat on us? We ain't doing nothing wrong.
Quick question, when you say snitch or rat, is this something that's like a written warning that they came to y'all about, or is this something he was just speaking about?
He would speak about it to the higher ups. And I remember he was doing it to me initially, and I'm a teacher. So I'm the leader in the classroom. So you could come back and say, express this or express that, but it was more like, Miss Johnson ain't doing nothing. She need to step up. Or this person over here, she need to, that girl be running off. She need to keep up, and she pregnant. I'm gonna go tell the supervisor she pregnant. Whoa, don't do that.
Wow.
You don't know if she's fat, number one. Number two, as a woman, you don't know what she gonna do. You gonna help her lose her job. You don't know if she want that place, and know if she's pregnant. This stuff like that. And I was like, young boy, don't just relax. Like, just chill. He's 25. I'm 40. I'm like, just relax. I'm like, just give it a few weeks. I'll say something to the person, because what I'm not gonna do is say, oh, bikini body complaining about you. That is so immature, especially on a job. I would just take it from me, like, can you step up and do this a little bit more? I like when you do that. It's all psychology, right? And you gotta know how to talk to people. So I was like, don't do that. I can do it. I'll say something to the person. Every day he was coming on his complaint. I thought he was just complaining to me. And I'm a type of person, you could tell me a lot of stuff. I would not go back and tell the people. I don't run my mouth or gossip. I got my other shit, but not in those areas. I thought he was just venting to me. But then maybe like a good 2 months later, it just started, the supervisor started saying something to us. They wasn't coming to get on us. They was like, we concerned about him.
Oh, wow.
And I told him, I said, do not keep going to show your mouth there, to keep going running your mouth. Because what employers would do, they're going to use you to a certain extent and get rid of your ass first. Or you be part of the rest of us getting fired. Right. Shut up.
Quick question. The young lady that he was speaking about, they were saying wasn't doing the work. You said you was teaching. Do you feel as though she wasn't doing the work, or do you feel as though she was doing it?
Let me tell you something.
Was it merit to what he was saying?
Initially, she was taking it. She'd been there longer. Okay. She's an older woman. Not old, but older.
Gotcha.
You gotta get, it's the first week or two. Let me tell you something. I never said anything to her about her work ethic, but she does step out. And when she does, she take care of matters better than we do. So people show their stuff people show their strengths at different times. Exactly. She's hands on, and none of us said anything to her. I never said anything to her about her work ethics. The high people didn't. He had a problem. So then at one point, so for like a good 2 weeks, when they was talking to us about him, because he's a good worker. Never take that away from him. But you're not perfect either, and nobody's watching you if you don't dot your I's the right way or cross your T's. And it's too busy in here to be watching about what you're not doing or your imperfections. That's not even that deep. Right. So they was coming to us like, as far as like he's stressing himself out. And I said he is. I said I almost wonder if he my supervisor or y'all. So then eventually me and him had a one-on-one talk. I was like, yo, I came over. I was like, yo, you going back to running your mouth? No, people respond, they stutter or how they say things. I don't care what you say English-wise, you're lying. But who's going to admit that they're snitching or going to rat? Right. But I just kept it real. I was like, people coming to us saying that you running your mouth for what though? For what?
So whatever you said, did it encourage him to do some things differently? Or did it show you something different in your own group? Well,
the initial thing was when I talked to him, I was like, you're a ram in the bush for me. I said, because I haven't taught high school in almost 15 years. Okay. I said, so I appreciate you. I said, all this time, I said, I've been bragging about you outside the job. Like there's this young guy that work with me. I know how to teach. He don't. But everything else he does, he's like the wife that I'm not really good with maternal things. And he's transitioning. Well, no, I am transitioning the kids from different classrooms and just logistics stuff that what I found out teachers are not supposed to do. They want us to worry about the academics and some of the emotional stuff. So this young man was doing his job as a teacher assistant. And from what I heard from the other teachers is they was like, he's supposed to be doing that stuff. But at one point he felt overwhelmed. And I said, that's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to feel like you're being overwhelmed. To come holler at me. I said, I've never really asked you to do nothing. He was like, you really don't. I said, I be trying to I'm a woman. And I'm a Leo, so I try to do everything myself. So I won't feel like I'm overdoing with people. Right. But he's a self-starter. He's a team player without you having to ask him or whatever. He's very zealous. That's good, but it could also. I said, when you 40, I told him one day, I said, when you start getting my age, you're gonna know how less is more. Less is more. And then me and the other guy in our class, we was like, yo, we hope you won't be going running, because we older. Me and the other guys a little bit older, so we just being honest, like, don't be going and running your mouth to them people, because eventually they're gonna look at you. And they did, because they came to us. They didn't come to get on us. They came to us about him. So the positive is this was a lot more better week, like energy wise, teamwork wise. you know, once I tune you out.
Do you think it's because y'all all spoke to him about it and he see things differently?
Definitely, that's always going to help. You know what I mean? Like I told myself, one thing about me, I'm gonna come talk to you. If I have issues with you, I'm not gonna go tell on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? First of all, these people, these principals and special coordinators, they got a lot more work to do. They shouldn't have to be worried about adults.
Right.
So what about in your personal life? That's been going on at work. What's personal? If you want to share, what's your highs and lows?
Just healing.
Okay.
Staying myself. Which you probably go to the second thing. I really don't want to date right now. You know, when you're an adult, you can do whatever you want. I'm single, I'm not married, I don't have any kids, but just really trying to date myself. You know, wintertime is real quick to get yourself into winter relationships.
Mm-hmm.
The cuffing cuddle
season.
I call it cuffing and cuddling.
Don't you start the second hour yet? Don't you start that second hour yet? You know, we get excited.
You know,
about relationships.
I think personal wise, I've just been keeping it, getting bookings for comedy stuff, but staying to myself, but not staying to myself like I'm in depression and I don't want to be around people. You know what I mean? But just chilling, like, I don't know, self-time.
That's some good stuff.
What about you? What is your
I tell you what, a lot of times
you said somebody stole your socks.
Somebody did steal my
So how
socks.
did you make it into a positive?
This is serious. It's still not. I just had to get here. That's called maturity. You gotta do what you gotta do, and damn what you gotta do it.
Yes,
So I had to get here, and I just came. From my understanding, my heels are bleeding. The guy got you seen that?
Your heels, my mommy and my heels.
So you know it ain't a lie.
Yes.
So yeah, real
Dang,
stuff.
she stole your socks.
And I live alone. That's the most amazing part.
Who stole your socks?
I don't know. Somebody got them. They don't gotta say who it is. Just return the damn socks.
Oh, you had a visitor.
I didn't even have no visitors. I didn't have no visitors. But that's just it. Like all of my who?
The landlord came in and
no, and then so damn, when I got the key, he's supposed to let me know. Like knock, nigga, knock on the door. Don't you come in.
Leroy, he owned that place. I come in where I want.
I don't even know Mr. Leroy. He better not come neither. I don't know him.
First of all, why y'all giving Leroy that voice?
Oh no. Oh no. He better not come. But everything, honestly, everything is good.
Oh, okay.
Like, because it just is. It's like for me, even when stuff is bad, it's good. I'm at that point now in life, like it just doesn't matter anymore. I enjoy life. I enjoy not being caught up in other people's stuff. Mm-hmm. I enjoy and respect when I take the time, and I mean it the way I say it, when I take the time to talk to someone, because you can't get your time back. So when I take the time to talk to someone, that they're able to receive something positive and good. And as I tell everybody, eat the meat, leave the bone. Everything I say isn't necessarily what you want to do, mm-hmm. but it's something positive versus, girl, he did what them kids do, and all that negative foolishness. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I appreciate that. A lot of times I'm in a place with just being motivational. Period. That's just kind of my life right now. And I'm grateful for that. However, what I also recognize is that when you put that out, when you put that good energy out, trust me, some foolishness is damn sure will come to your door. And it's going to test and try you.
That's true. Yep,
so that's my real life. And then when I'm talking to those persons, whomever they would be, a lot of times it's maybe like my children or my sister, my immediate close, where I may be sharing some information. And I can hear them on the other end like, all right. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait a minute. First of all, I ain't even got to be spending my time with you, first of all. Secondly, I'm giving you good stuff, and I know it's good stuff. Whether you want to hear it or not, it's good stuff. It may not be the stuff you want to hear, but it's some good positive stuff that if you take a moment, it'll probably help out your situation. You know, so I'm real in that. I value who I am. I value what I say, and I know what I'm saying is good. Mm-hmm. So when I put that out there, I know the littlest of things is going to come trying to attack me, to tear me down, mm-hmm. that I can't continue to do positive and do good. Yeah. So now at this point, I say it to him like, you know, we ain't got to stay on this phone because the devil about to come knocking at my door because I'm saying good stuff to you. So you need to go ahead and receive this. I told my sister the other day, I said, I want to ledge with you. Mm-hmm. You right there, I want to ledge. I'm trying to talk you off the ledge, and now the devil going to come any kind of way. Mm-hmm. But the point is knowing that he's going to come, knowing that foolishness is going to come. And it can come any which way. And it's going to test you to see everything you just said. Is that going to happen? Like, that's real. Is it going to happen? Are you gonna be able to stand? You telling somebody else to stand, you telling somebody else, don't worry about that, that's the past. You telling somebody else, so you a new creature in God. You telling somebody else, oh, don't worry about the haters. Oh, don't. And then everything comes to your door and say, all right, are you worried about them? Are you concerned about that? What are your insecurities? And it tests you. So I just thank God for all that I go through. It's like I get frustrated with the little things. Like I called the pharmacy to get my medicine. It's a real simple
It's
thing.
one of your lows this week. This
The
one of your lows. Your
doctor,
mediums.
look, the doctor sends over the prescription. I don't even have it in my hand. They send it right over. They call me, they tell me it's ready. Okay, I get down there, they tell me it's not ready. We haven't even done it yet. So I'm upset. So I leave upset, but I know that now they're going to work on it. So versus spending all that energy on cussing somebody out and all like that, go ahead and handle what needs to be handled. Right. However, we still need to clarify who called me because they called me personally and told me to come down. Now I'm calling them and they just keep putting me on hold. And when they put me on hold, they don't even wait for me to respond. Can you hold? Like, that's my issue. There's stuff like that be going on in the world. So I'm like, hello? Yes, please hold.
Oh,
you don't even know if I can hold.
Is it? That's like.
And then I hear the music. And then I hear the music go off. I'm like, all right, they about to pick up. And then they pick up. Please hold. Yes. You don't even say, hello, ma'am, can you hold? Yes. Someone to be right with you. Like, that kind of disrespectful
It's not a question.
stuff.
It's not a statement. It's an exclamation. Hold.
Yeah. Like, those them little things that be getting me upset. And then, again, my frustration calms down because my reality is, I don't know how many people that they're dealing with today. Okay. I don't know who may have called off from work. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what their frustration is at home. And we say, oh, leave your frustration at the door. When you come to work, you come to work. We can say that all day. Really? But we don't. Right.
It's not reality. It's not always realistic.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Those emotions don't cut off. So I thank God that a lot of times I'm able to see stuff like that. But I had to grow to see stuff like that. Yep. And as I told you the last time we spoke, this is a daily walk for me because the little things can frustrate me. That's just it. Like the big things I deal with, well, it's amazing. Mm-hmm. The big things, I done had somebody drive on my car and get my car hit, and I was in the car. And like 10 minutes later, I was like, we still going to the movies? Because I had insurance on my car. You know what I'm saying? Whether the person that hit me had insurance, it's like the big things I can handle. It's like the little frustrations. You know what I mean?
That can get to you. We're not going to get the full feeding.
And that's just it. Speaking things into existence. All of that, you know? Yeah. So I recognize that and I take the situation for what it is and I move past it because, again, it's just for the moment, whatever it is. And if it's not, what can I do to change it? Right. Yeah. You know, because just being upset and frustrating about things in life is not going to get you nowhere. You know, that energy is going to pour out to everything that you're doing and the people that you're around. It's just going to pour. And then they're going to be negative about different things. And it's not going to help. Mm-hmm. Just as when you're positive, it normally spills out on other people. They don't necessarily got to be as jovial as you. Mm-hmm. But a lot of times they have another way of looking at things. Right. You know, so my highs and lows is continue to live my life and just rock out with the lows because it's going to be hot. Yeah. Hello. Ain't a whole lot to that. And answer the damn phone and stop putting me on hold and bring back my socks.
Was that Walmart pharmacy?
That was Walgreens.
Close. Wall.
Stay off the wall.
Wall.
Stay off the wall.
Stay off the wall.
Yeah, Trump do got that wall.
That's not like Wincoat. That's my the one that's showing.
What was that? Wincoat.
But I'm talking about the Walmart. You went to Walgreens.
Yes. I'm not going to even say which ones. I don't want to talk bad about it. But I'm just saying.
Apparently, Winco, Walmart, Walgreens is the wall.
And let me tell you, you see.
And that's on the other side of Shelton Hill.
Oh no, that's not even. No. That's the new Crenshaw. They ain't no Shelton Hill no more. That's the new.
That's on the other side.
That's Shelton Hood. That's Shelton Hood. So, right, you think it's on the other side? No.
They put Chick-fil-A over there.
Girl,
they think they slick. You trying to get us to come on over.
Let me ask you about this. So you know how stuff. Okay. Remember about 5, maybe less than that, 5 years, give or take. You had to go deep into the suburbs for Chick-fil-A, right? Yep. So now they got one on the boulevard. They got 2 on the boulevard. Yes. One by the Puerto Rican Walmart.
Yes.
One all the way further up by Grant, I think.
And
right. And then the other one is on Shelton Hill. Mm-hmm. So me in Detroit, the city area, that's only 3. But you notice they're not. Well, damn. Shelton Hill is on the Shelton Hill side, right? These 2 actually put these in Philly, but they are kind of the northeast. Mm-hmm. But I noticed they're not bad. Their food is okay. you're gonna pay about $10 for Chick-fil-A. Like it's not cheap, but and it's a little bit more better quality food, right? But I noticed when stuff is too accessible, the quality goes down.
A lot of times.
You understand? Like when it started coming more, like back in the day, Red Lobster used to be bomb. Now you can kind of get to Red Lobsters now. Now that when something becomes more more reachable, you can get to it. It loses its value a little bit.
I know Wawa better not. And they on every corner.
No,
Wawa better.
That Wawa in Frankfurt, they've been there for years. You know what I'm talking about? It's right next door. That 24
I
nail
was just
shop.
thinking about the chicken sandwich. So since everyone went and ate up all the chicken before October was
I've
over,
never
does
been
that
there.
now make it lackluster? Are we now over it?
I don't know.
Because that was convenient around everybody. You notice Chick-fil-A stayed the same. Chick-fil-A was like, I ain't gonna say nothing. I don't have to say nothing.
Right.
Because guess what? My locations you're gonna still come to. And every time you go to a Chick-fil-A, Nick, how many cars are in the driveway?
Oh man, it's about an hour. It's an hour.
Thank you.
But your food fresh.
Thank you. And
And
the
it be-
customer service is impeccable.
And it's never nobody around our age. It's
Let's
a
stop giving them
teenager.
love. Look at that.
It's-
They ain't
And
giving us no daggone
that's
endorsement.
big up, and it's a teenage. It'd be nice teenagers that's full of life. You go to McDonald's. It's your sister. That's,
Now
that's
they are zealous.
No, and McDonald's is auntie that's 45,
I ain't messing with
75.
y'all.
But Chick-fil-A hire teenagers,
Really?
college kids. McDonald's,
Yes.
Wendy's is grown folks like us. So you go get a different type of energy, a different type of vibe, a different type of training.
So, but can you tell us about your good and bad energy the last couple of weeks? What you been
My
doing?
rose,
Yeah,
my
baby.
rose and my thorn. I mean, it's been a lot of roses this week.
Good.
Definitely a lot of roses. I want to talk about my thorns though.
Get that out the way.
Yeah, let's get that out the way. This bomb cyclone. Yeah, that's my low. All this cold wind that just happenstance just came out of nowhere. What is with the 80 miles per hour? Can we stay intact?
Woo!
No, your real hair gonna blow out.
Can
It's
my
so
braids, I just
strong.
got braided, stay braided? Would that be possible? Can you not blow the bums down the street? I would love that. Or me. That's one of my thorns.
Okay.
And then the second thorn is SEPTA. Yeah. What's with you and these cash cards that don't allow you to put cash on these cards at certain receptacles? I don't understand it. So my thorn was, I went and got a TransPass, I thought, and put it on the debit card, I thought. But happenstance is so funny. The debit card went on a wrong number. So now I had to take a trip on down
Too
to
much.
SEPTA to go and have them take the SEPTA card off of the wrong card, put it on the good card, which took me 30 extra minutes
Oh.
of fun.
I ain't got time.
That's my thorn.
I ain't got time for y'all.
Thorns.
Oh,
Thorns.
Y'all.
But my roses, my mother came home from the hospital this
thank
week.
you. Lord.
Okay.
I'm having back surgery. That's beautiful. My son is working at a power plant. That's another rose.
What
And
is
I
it?
got a new job.
Hey, now.
Okay, good.
What?
good.
Get it?
Yeah.
Is it Job Corps, his new job? Or is
Yes, still working for
I thought she was
Job.
going to ask you what you working at Job Corps.
Oh,
it?
no.
She
I
could.
love
She
it.
could be an
I'm not-
instructor. She
How
could be.
can I
She
let
could be
my
a
tax
professor.
dollars work? How can I work my tax dollars?
You could be a professor up there.
Bigger than my tax dollars.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't work out.
So you start a new job. So you
Yeah.
want to go back working?
Yeah, I miss the crack
She like-
cocaine of corporate America's consistent money. That's what I miss, and those consistent benefits that come out that you don't have to look at and pay. You just go ahead and let it come out your check. I like that crack. I need that crack back. Yeah, comedy is great, but I need
Okay.
that consistent
See, the
crack
only
back.
reason why I go to work is because I don't want to be homeless. I don't want to be a part of the homeless act. You know what I mean?
I do.
There's a real homeless act.
I know.
Homeless act. I don't want to be part of this shit. That's the only reason why I talk to fucking. I don't work for nobody. So you want to go back to work?
I want to go back to working in the hospital, which is what God blessed me with.
Good. So you have
So-
hospital skills.
Got hospital skills, healthcare all day.
So
I used to
working.
be a teacher as well, Nick, so I don't
You can come
understand
back.
why, no, I don't. That's why I left teaching. You got these bastard children who are bastard parents. I can't do it.
Yo,
All right, so you said
they
you work
like
in
me
the
though. I
hospital.
don't like them.
Yes,
You have people that's sick.
I do.
You have family members that's distraught because people are sick. You have staff that's a lot of times that's working overtime and they're tired as hell and burnt out.
Yeah.
How are you going to keep yourself positive and motivated working in this situation?
Because I'm always positive. I just walk around bubbly. Unfortunately, but fortunate enough, I keep a smile on my face and I don't like having my eyebrows furrowed.
Gotcha.
So at the end of the day, if I walk around, I can bring a smile to someone's face. If you're feeling like crap, let me be your crap chaser.
Now, how about if I don't want you to make me feel better because I'm just having a crappy behind day and darn, it's just a crappy day, Miss Happy Butt.
Well, guess what? You can move on to the left and get to Renee, because Renee will take you, okay?
Oh.
Or Shakira,
Okay.
or
So-
Shani. You
Okay.
can get the attitude.
It's a positive working back in medical and hospitals.
No, it's a
all
great thing
five
working
men
back,
of
yeah.
all different colors and races and
Mhm.
heights. It'd be cute midgets in the hospital.
And
It
access
made
to
good
their
money.
medical records.
Oh, so you can see they got the herpes. You hear me? The herpes. Not herpes, the herpes. Because that shit is not curable.
Yes.
I had somebody say the other day, I'm so glad I just got gonorrhea and chlamydia. This is curable. I don't want none of that shit in me. Number one.
Pause. At least I got
No,
I
and
was stuck on that too.
chlamydia.
And I don't mean to rip my face
What's
because
the
that's
second?
not cool. But
And it's curable.
And it's curable.
She do. But I said I almost
Wow.
hope the shit don't get cured. Whatever pill you take for saying that dumb shit. Because wow.
But that statement that she made sounds like she'll be going back to whoever gave her the gonorrhea and chlamydia
because
it's
curable.
It's curable. So I can keep going back.
There's a commercial.
I never you could be a good person and be in a relationship or be just doing you and catch stuff. It happens. Like nobody's exempt for none of this shit. I've never had an STD. I had HPV. You remember HPV?
Yes,
and that was something that was curable. That was that's something that would be.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
She said chlamydia
And what?
And what I almost caught me off guard. What at least is curable.
This is curable. Do we have any nurses and doctors that can call in on the next hour and let us know, is it curable? And how long is that
So you're gonna be
curation?
in a hospital. Oh, doctors. Even the CNAs look good.
For the graduate medical education program, so I'm gonna be with those that already have had money and maintaining your money.
And they already paid their loans off and all that stuff.
Yes.
A lot of people divorced now.
Payday loans.
A doctor gonna pay their loan. His ass whooped.
You
pay
this is like a payday loan.
You need your ass whooped.
Yeah.
You not managing your money right.
That's like putting the car up for a loan. Like, what are we doing?
Oh my God.
A doctor who need to pay their loan needs to be his whole ass whooped.
He knows he
domestic
on
violence.
something. He on something.
Like really?
He gambling.
You need to hire
He
me.
doing
I hope
drugs.
you
I should
manage
say
your
he
money.
because she, but something
I'll
wrong.
help him manage his money. The good thing about working back in a school, this particular school, it is a lot of men. It's not just a whole bunch of women. You know, women are more nourishers in the street.
Are you sure they're men, Nick?
These are men.
Are you sure?
Nice looking.
Yeah, nice looking, but do you know that they are men? Do they identify as men? Do they identify as him, them, they?
So I teach kids pronouns.
Right?
I teach kids pronouns so they can know how to read. I ain't gonna start teaching because of the different sexual identities and shit like that. They ain't getting me sued bringing up he. Don't call people he no more. Don't call people she.
Can we ask that question since we're on that topic? Because I wanted to bring it up to find out how you deal with that in school. Because now we used to have sex ed. We used to have
it's a different game now.
So now it's a different ball.
So when we was coming up, we was getting home economics, right? They teach how to cook and clean and iron and all that. And remember we bitched about that? Oh, that's making us. They trying to put women in a category, but it was a feminist complaint. It was a feminist complaint. Home economics.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you having classes for women learn how to do laundry and take care of fake babies?
I don't want to cut you off, but don't be missing because these females now what they don't know how to do a damn thing.
The men would sometimes do like what different other type of home economics that was gendered to men, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we don't even have sex ed no more. It's almost like these healthy relationships. It's this one thing they train us how to teach. It's called healthy relationships. And we have let me talk about this one. Gender identities.
That's where I was going. Yeah.
So you got male, female, you got hermaphrodites. Because I'm learning all this now, and I can't even fully answer your question because I'm still learning it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Female, male, hermaphrodites, bisexual, binary.
Mm-hmm.
I learned what binary was by doing comedy.
Yes.
I didn't know what it was. I'm glad, comedy a culture you quit. You can't go these motherfuckers being sexist. You can't go on these comedy shows being racist. You would get your little feelings hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Another one is oh man, I already bought the book. It's like it's the whole thing we still trying to learn. You could be homosexual, a male homosexual, female homosexual. Then you got heterosexual. Don't you know everything was talked about so in depthly except for heterosexual? We ain't shit no more.
Mm-hmm. I know that.
There's a word that they call us, and it's not heterosexual.
I call them heteros. I'm a hetero.
Okay.
But it's another word that they call.
And I probably know it. It's so much technical wording now. But I guess what? Most of my classes are autistic. They don't even understand what a square is until I show a visual. Because autism, you got communication issues. You may not. Right. They're very intelligent. They could put together a rocket for going out of space, but they don't really know how to communicate verbally. Right. I kind of respect autisms because they don't like people. Mm-hmm. I don't like people no more. You understand what I'm saying? So
you may be on that scope somewhere.
you
She's on
let me tell you something. You
can
can walk in a class, in an autistic class, walk in there, and they won't even acknowledge you.
Oh yeah, I do that at home all the time. I
So
walk
what I'm
in
telling you is, you
No,
almost gotta
yeah.
respect them. Like they how I am premenopausal. Like I don't even want to speak. I don't want to say hi. But when it comes to intellectual stuff and it catch their attention,
Right.
they could talk about so how we can't even get them to memorize simple things like ABCs 1, 2, 3. You know, I was teaching Christopher Columbus, and it was such a big task. So we're gonna go talk about hermaphrodites. And you can't call a boy a she. Like, so if her son was in class, I can't call him a he.
Right.
So what am I supposed to call him?
His name.
His name. Exactly.
But if I'm speaking third person, I can't. We gotta learn. That's what the teacher is. When speaking third person, you can't say he or she. You say Raheem, Devin, Lisa.
It's a sad situation.
Why do you think it's sad?
Because I think
confusing.
I think it's extremely confusing. From my understanding, I haven't necessarily say it's true, but from my understanding, the new birth certificates are not going to even have male or female anymore.
Correct.
So I think that's
Starting
extremely sad.
Something else I heard about.
I understand, you know, that we're allowing them to be who they want to be and feel who they want to feel, but now we're not even giving them a foundation or a base.
Right.
Like where I was born as what? Says nothing on my birth
Born as
certificate.
Jay Monet.
I'm just
so there's a theater. There's a theater.
We're losing
program.
something in that. We're
Yes.
losing. We're losing.
Yes.
We're losing.
There's a theater program here in Philly. They had award categories, and so next year they're not going to have the best female actor, the best male actor category. So it's just going to be one big ass category, a whole bunch of fuckers. And one, like, I kind of want to, but here's the thing. Here's the rebuttal to that. So you know how they call it? They say female comedians or comedians. Why gotta be that? I remember Chanel Renee was like, "Why we did some show a good year or two ago." She was like, "Why we gotta be considered a female comedian? Why just can't I'm a comedian with the rest of these dudes?" So sometimes we don't need to be using the adjective in front of them in what we're doing. A female doctor. Why gotta be considered a female doctor?
And again, I totally understand. I totally understand and respect it. However, I love being a female.
I don't.
I do. See, I do.
And I would donate my whole. And let me. I got a joke. I'm working on that. Y'all want these trans? You know, get these trans. You can't call them transvestites no more. It's transgender. You would get sued for calling somebody a transvestite. I personally wouldn't want you calling my son, my daughter, a transvestite. You know what I'm saying? My daughter, if my child went that way, so transgender is more appropriate. But yeah, it's.
I don't like none of it. I think it's all BS. Now, when I say all, it sounds very
but it ain't going nowhere.
I think it's all BS.
It's going to get more in depth. It's not going backwards.
I think, unfortunately, we do not give the security that we need to raise our children with. And that's why whatever you say to them, they are so offended so damn quickly.
Oh, it's a system of society.
Like, it's pathetic.
It's not this kid.
It is, but that's my point, because these kids is out here having kids, and they have no foundation. And now they having kids with no foundation, and everybody is super sensitive about everything. Right. It should not matter. And again, if it does matter to you, it's because you within yourself have an issue with that. Mm-hmm. If somebody be like, "Damn, Jay, you fat as shit." Oh my God, you fat. If I feel as though I'm fat and I'm offended by it, that's because that's what I feel. Mm-hmm. If I don't feel like I'm fat, you can call me fat all damn day. It doesn't matter, because I don't accept that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we are getting to a place where we have, like I said, no foundation. So whatever somebody say, we just end up with, okay. It's just sad.
You got people who really don't have their own mind and their own opinion. People usually go along with a group, you know, or go along with whatever the senses are going with. Like, you know what I mean? Like, speaking apart from where everybody else speaking. That one person who don't want to be set aside and be their own individual, it's not an individual society no more. Everything
so I just think that that's what we should work towards.
And it's,
you know, each individual person.
This world is super, super sensitive.
Exactly.
Super sensitive.
Exactly.
Women are actually women taking out, like, in the politics, in Hollywood, things are getting real sensitive. And these white women are playing no more about, you know, like what's going on in Hollywood. And you got the gay movement. You even got fat people. We starting to get our little rights and stuff now. You see big people on posters and shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody want you know, you can't say shit about nobody no more. Your career is going.
Listen, We're going to stay talking about this for maybe like another 7-8 minutes. We're going to go to break, then we're going to go into our second hour talking about these relationships.
Yes.
And we can continue on. Why? Because we're going to be here Thursday after next.
Hello.
And we will continue to do this thing again.
First come third Thursday.
Yes. So y'all guys get ready to call in the next 10-15 minutes. We're going to be talking about relationships, dating 1 or 2 or more. And are you having sex with just the 1 or 2 or more? Let us know what you're doing. Let us know what you're thinking. You don't even got to say your name, but you can tell us what's going on.
Anonymous. What was like?
Anonymous
Yes,
would work.
we'll invite
Anonymous would work.
Yeah.
Listen, no excuses. I'm kind of getting over some kind of congestion thing. I'm on a lot of medicine, Alka-Seltzer, Tylenol. I'm taking a lot of stuff, so my words is going in and out, and my breath is real short. I'm
trying to
asthmatic,
get over poverty. You sick? I'm sick too. I'm trying to get over poverty.
All right, well, both of y'all stay over
When
there.
these bills keep coming in, I'm just gonna start bringing them into the show for y'all.
I just say that to say if I'm talking and I kind of lose wind, forgive me. All is well. I'm here. We're going to continue to press on. It's not a whole lot to that. And we thank y'all so much for tuning in and watching us.
Definitely, thank you. Jay, that should have been one of your lows.
Yeah.
You're not feeling well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a low, honey.
I tell you what, I was really, that day with my medicine, I was having a really crappy day. And a lady just walked up to me and she was like, hey, how are you, beautiful? How's your day? I was like, wonderful. And then I forgot that I was mad about my day. I was like, darn, I forgot. Yeah. I'm not wonderful. I'm upset, darn it.
I'm hurt.
I'm upset. I'm mad right now. But again, like I said, it's real, y'all. It's real. All I can tell you is continue to feed yourself positivity. Know you are your own person. I don't give a damn about these groups. I don't give a damn about these groups and what these people are doing. You got to be your best self. That's it. You got to know what you love and what you like. You got to know to stay encouraged. Yep. You got to know to stay positive. You got to know that what's happening to them don't mean it's happening to you.
Yeah.
And if that's what you want to happen, because sometimes we see things that's going on in people's lives and we like it. We want that to happen. Exactly. So then you need to press forward for that to happen. And if it's some stuff that's negative and you don't want it to happen, then you need to remove yourself from that situation and make sure you're not taking actions and steps towards that. It's not about blaming nobody else for the stuff you're doing. You got to do differently and you got to do better. And know that you are in control of this thing, period, point blank. It's not a whole lot today. This thing is not hard to do. Think positive and do what's right. It's not going to be easy, but it's not hard.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Amen.
On that, we're going to take a break. Bikini Body. Cold Spain.
Hallelujah.
J Monet. We will talk to y'all soon. Get a snack, get something to drink. Go blow, go do what you do.
Or send us some food. Uber Eats, Lyft Eats, whatever.
Send us a message. We'll tell you exactly where to send those Uber Eats.
Yeah.
If you can send those
somebody got all their numbers.
40 minutes, or you can Uber it up yourself. That would be even better.
That is so funny to me. I ain't even right there. That's what that was. Every which way, word back in, then went over there, then word back in, then went over there, then word back in. Yeah.